Good morning. Another beautiful day the Lord has made. Out getting my morning walk in. Tell you, if you have a health challenge and you're able to walk, make sure that you do it as often as possible. I try sometimes twice a day, but usually the mornings are certainly the best. And of course, they say walk after every time you eat is really helpful. At any rate, here I am. It's a good morning. I've got some energy this morning. I'm out walking. Wanted to talk to you about something that happened yesterday that was I'm really grateful for, and I'm sure all of us deal with, and that is the issue of insurance while you're having a health crisis. I'm thankful for the insurance I have, and they do a good job. I'm thankful that my employer provides and pays for a lot of it for me. But sometimes it's a challenge still getting things approved, waiting for a week or two while approval goes through. It's just part of the process. And then sometimes things get coded wrong, and that's what's happened that I didn't know about. So I was calling in. Right now it's the annual time of enrollment. It's when you have a certain window of time to select the insurance and the different qualifications for next year's policy. And so I was going on there and looking at the various options. Even though you can see that they make effort to keep it simple, it's still complicated. And so I'm going through there trying to decide what I need to do, and I'm realizing I don't want to make a bad choice. In years past, last 40 years, choosing an insurance really didn't matter because I was always healthy and never really used it. But now that I'm using it, it matters a lot which choice I make. It's going to affect me and my out-of-pocket and deductibles coverage. So I called my employer to the department that helps with the insurance, HR department. She didn't know. She's reading it with me. I'm like, oh, this is no help. So then I called a third party she recommended, and they didn't know. They're reading it with me and making suggestions. I'm like, these people don't know any more than I do. So finally I called the insurance carrier itself. And I'm thinking, well, I hope I find somebody that's honest with me and not loyal to their company and give me the whole truth. And so I called, and the lady was nice and she was helpful and she explained things to me, and I got a better understanding. A couple things I didn't have right. So I was thankful. So then I went back to working on making my selection. As I got in there and started answering questions, I realized there's still things I didn't understand. I wasn't sure about this or about that, or what if this scenario. So I'm getting frustrated. I can feel it. My lower back is tightening up. My jaw is tightening up. I'm feeling frustrated. And it's because this is serious to me. It's an important matter, and I don't have all the information I need to make a good decision. And I don't want to make a bad decision, then be stuck with the policy next year when I know I'm going to need it and it not be the best available. I feel that stress. So right then I realized here I am again doing something with my own ingenuity, my own mind, my own wisdom, which isn't, I don't have all the information. So I just stopped for a moment and realized I need to ask God to help me, invite God into this. So I'm like, Lord, okay, you'll help me with this. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing, and I need to make a good choice here. I need your wisdom and guidance. It says in James that if we ask for wisdom, you'll give it to us. So I'm asking, Lord, for your wisdom. Help me in this choice. And then I prayed, give me favor. I'm going to call this company back. Help me get connected to a representative that really will help me with every detail and make the right choice. Okay, so I make the call, and this girl answers. Her name's Kristen. And she's helpful just like the last one. I start explaining, here's what I'm looking at, and I want to know. She goes, what's your questions? I'm like, well, here's what I understand so far. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I think I understand this. Yeah, that's right. And then I think this is true. Yeah, that's correct. She goes, you've got it. And I said, well, what about this? She goes, oh, no, that is explained this way. And when she explained it, it was to my benefit and not the carrier's benefit. I realized, oh, I've got an honest representative. She's not trying to hide anything. She's pointing out things that I misunderstood and helped me understand, no, that's their responsibility and so forth. So I felt comfortable with her, and I said, hey, let me just tell you the truth. Here's my diagnosis. Here's what I'm going through. Already I'm at 100% of my coverage on this year payments. And I know that I'm going to be in the hospital in January, starting next year. And I'm going to max out my deductible and out of pocket. So now that you understand what I'm dealing with this year, what's my best questions to ask and best choices to make? She said, oh, I understand, Mr. Elam. Thank you for explaining that. Here, let me go through these things and show you a few other things. She said, on this one over here that you're looking at, it's a combined. The medical and the prescriptions are combined under one deductible. Plus, you and your wife are combined. So what that means is when you max out in January and you've reached the full amount, it's the full amount for the whole family and all prescriptions and all treatments. That means for the rest of the year, if your wife has any issues she needs to go to the doctor for, paid for, covered, 100%. The rest of the year, your family will be 100% covered. She said in the plan that you were on last year and that you were looking at, it had separate deductibles for her and separate deductibles for pharmacy. And so that meant there'd be more money out of pocket. Oh, I was so grateful. She gave me what I was looking for. And I realized God answered my prayer. He brought about what I was needing and what I asked for when I invited him to help me. Well, that's not all. She says, oh, I'm looking here at your file. I see you are at 100% this year for the rest of the year, but I also see you've overpaid. I'm like, I thought I had overpaid. I called in last month asking, is this right? They say I'm at 100%, but the bills just keep coming in. What's going on? They said, no, that's just the way it is. I'm like, okay. She said, no, you've overpaid over $1,000. She goes, hold on just a minute. I'm going to get that department on the line and we're going to get this resolved. She got her manager involved. She got that department, put me on hold, went to that department, came back. Okay, we've got it corrected. What they did is they coded it wrong and now it's right. There's going to be a $1,000 refund coming back to you. And then she said, I'm going to follow up and make sure that actually works. Sometimes, hospitals, various things, it will happen like that as a credit, and they'll just keep it on your account as a credit. She goes, but I'm going to make sure that they actually refund it to you. She said, because I know you need the funds. I'm like, wow, you've gone the extra mile above and beyond. You're definitely my angel for today, helping me. Not only did you help me make the right choice, but she found $1,000. That's like income. That's like, praise God. So you're dealing with insurance. Sometimes you need to ask God to give you a hand and get you somebody that's wise and will give favor to you and really take care of you in the process. I was so thankful. I'm like, give me your manager. I want to tell your manager what a great employee you are. I want to make sure you get the appreciation that you deserve. I was so grateful, not only to her, but to God for helping me with that situation.